Good morning, everyone. This is the interview on Real Action, and our special guest today is the multi talented Lizie Marie from Vague. Nice to have you with us, Lizie Marie.
Hello, Xavier. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me.
It is a pleasure having you here. It's a pleasure. So let's get right to it. So, as I've mentioned, multi talented. Lizie Marie, at what age did you discover your love for music and drama?
Ooh, okay. So, I always enjoyed talking to myself, which sounds very weird, but there is a method to this madness. So, ever since I was very, very little, so around 3, 4 years old, I would listen to the TV and I would imitate the voices and try to make up my own stories and things like that. And music, well, it's the love for that has been there ever since I can remember. Just, laying in front of the radio in the living room and crying when there's a sad song playing and stuff like that. So I suppose my love for both have been there all my life.
Just by listening to you, I can picture you as a little girl going about imitating the voices and so on. But, and I can hear that you are very passionate about both. So often, drama and music goes hand in hand. So, how do you maintain the balance between the two?
Well, both parts of the craft need practice and need to be maintained. So uh, every day I make time and I have a specific routine that I go through to make sure that my voice is still top notch and that my singing is still fine. Well, obviously, sometimes, when you're sick, you can't really practice that because you have to let your voice rest and things like that. But I try to work on both parts of my craft every day. And yeah, so it's basically just taking time with yourself, going somewhere isolated, and doing some acting work, doing some movement, because obviously, when you do stage acting, you have to move and you have to be very free in your own body. And then, obviously, doing some scripts that I find, some poetry, just to make sure that I have all those things in check. And then also just being in touch with my emotions, because obviously acting is a very honest form of art, especially when you are in the theatre industry, because there you can't really mask how you feel. So you need to constantly be in touch with all those things when you go on stage. And then I just sing some songs, work on my repertoire. I have quite an extensive amount of songs from different genres that I love working on, and then obviously just taking care of the voice. So yeah, there is a way. There definitely is a way to make sure that both parts of what I do are perfectly fine, or as perfectly fine as they can be.
It all sounds pretty intense, but it's necessary. Practice make perfect, they say. Practice make perfect. And besides the entertainment industry, Liz Marie, what would you have loved to do otherwise?
That is a very tough question, Xavier. Um, I think if I could do something else, I would have loved to do storm chasing, but the intense storm chasing only happens overseas, and that's where they basically get into these specifically designed vehicles that are designed for chasing storms, and then they have these coordinates and maps and things, and they follow tornadoes and hurricanes and things like that, and they try to get into the storm and then take photos and videos of it, and then go back and basically dissect everything and see how it got formed or how intense it is, stuff like that. So I am quite the weather nerd, if I'm honest. So that would have been pretty cool to do.
Storm chasing. That sounds really cool. It sounds like something I would like to do. Being the adventurous person I am. Sounds like a lot of fun. Speaking of adventures, Lizie Marie, on your journey, from, in front of the TV, crying in front of the radio, to now, where you are now. Looking back, what advice would you give the younger you and other younger people that's pursuing the same dream?
Yeah, I mean, you can go and look on YouTube. There are so many interesting videos of storm chasing and just how cool it is. It's very scientific, but honestly, it looks like something really interesting. Ooh, what advice would I give younger me and other young people pursuing the same dream? All right. Don't be afraid to be different. People might want to tell you otherwise. People might want to tell you that you should rather just blend in, but be you, be different. Have courage. Just go for that audition. If you see the opportunity, go for it. Get a thick skin, because you're going to face a lot of rejection, but in the end it's going to form you as a person, and it's going to just help you grow as an artist. Keep reaching for whatever goals you have. Keep setting goals. Keep having passion and love for what you do. I think that is the big thing. Be different and be unapologetically that.
Don't be afraid to be different. Wow, that sounds awesome. That is awesome. It's amazing. I can take that with me myself. I can hear that you have passion and you love what you are doing. So, Lizie Marie, what kind of music do you make, and where can fans find your music?
Personally, I don't really like to label my music as a specific genre, since I always feel like artistically I'm growing and I'm always evolving and experimenting with different things. But I am actually working on a few things. I have not released anything officially yet. Very soon. But if you like artists like Billie Eilish, if you like artists like Julia Michaels, Olivia Rodrigo, artists like that, you might like what I'm working on. And the song that you're going to play in the background of this interview is actually a recording. It's actually a recording of me playing around with some chords and actually working on my first single. So exciting things. If you want to follow along on my journey, you can find me on Instagram at Lizie Marie van Wyk. So that is at LiseMarivanWyk. You can always, if you don't have Instagram, you can always look for me on Facebook. Lizie Marie van Wyk, actress. That's my page. I'm on Twitter as well at Lizie Marie VW Arts, so you can give me a follow there. I'm not very active on Twitter, so I think Facebook and Instagram are kind of the main social media platforms for me. So, yeah, I look forward to seeing you there.
I think after hearing what you're all about, we'll definitely get in touch with you. We'll definitely get in touch with you. Listen, Mary, I want to thank you for your time. It was nice having you here with us. And we want to wish you all the best for the future.
Thank you so much for having me, Xavier, and for asking such insightful questions and for just being a very warm host. I really enjoyed our little chat, and you are more than welcome to get in touch with me anytime. I am always excited to welcome new people on board and to show them what I can do and to hopefully inspire them. So, thank you.
And that is Lizie Marie from Wake, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Real Action Interview. I am Xavier Barman, and the interview will be back next week with another exciting guest.